everybody. This is Dan Drusky for the updates for November 8, 2020, and these are the Honeymooners tapes I got it from eBay this week, like the Lost episodes and few of the 39 episodes. The Lost episodes were from originally from the Jackie Gleason show during the 1950s. It was locked up in a Jackie Gleason's vault after they showed the original airing of these episodes. It was out of the Gleason's vault since 1984, and they put them on Showtime since 1984. Then on home video in 1985 from MPI Home Video series. The series ran completely from 1985, 1986 through 1989 to 1995, and then on DVD from the early 2000s. Then the box set of like the complete Lost Honeymooners episodes were out in 2011. Yep. Since I was a kid, I started liking the Honeymooners, like the Lost episodes. I didn't know about the 39 episodes like years later. Yep. The Lost ones I kind of know because they were in the video store back in the days when I was in New York. Yep. And every Lost Honeymooners episode tape has a TV Classics promo at the end. Yep. These were the original releases. Some of them might be just like the reprints. In the future, I'm going to show a lot more of these Lost Honeymooners tapes. Let's begin with Volume 1 in the series. 1985 release from MPI Home Video. On this volume, it has Letter to the Boss from November 14, 1953. And then we have two short episodes. Dinner Suspense from January 24th, 1953. That was the early skit of the Honeymooners featuring Jackie Gleason Was So Thin. The Dinner Guest from May 2nd, 1953. At the end of this tape has the TV Classics promo at the end. This is the original, but I have myself like the other copy of it. So this will run on eBay soon. Next one we have here is Volume 3 of the Lost episodes. Hasn't been opened in years. On this volume it has some the two good holiday episodes like Christmas Party from December 19, 1953. And in this episode, the Gleason plays a lot of roles in this episode. Mainly he plays the main role like Ralph Crandon, and then the Gleason plays other roles in this episode like Joe the Bartender, Woody the Repairman, the Porso, and Reginald Van Gleason III. And Francis Langford was a guest star in this episode. And the Christmas Party did it earlier with Pert Kelton in the series, in the earlier Honeymooners episode skits. And the Forgotten to Register from October 27, 1956. That was in one of the later ones of the Jackie Gleason show after their own Honeymooners series, like the 39 episodes, ended it. This tape hasn't been opened in years. Looks kindly brand new after 20-something years. Also just comes with the card about this special book offer. I wish I had that, but it's hard to find. Believe me, I started liking the Honeymooners when I was late 9, going on to 10 years old. Now we got my first Honeymooners Lost episode volume I ever first rented out. Volume 5 has my two favorite episodes on this tape. The Next Camp from April 10th, 1954. The one with Ralph and Norton brings home a fighter, Dynamite Moran, into their building so he can just make money. Ralph thinks the ship finally coming, but we all know better than that. Now the next one, Expected Father, from November 3rd, 1956. Ralph thought Alice is having a baby. Just like warms up the one of the other Honeymooners episodes, like the adoption one. And it has the TV Classics promo, but back when I was a kid, I had the reprint of the Honeymooners Volume 5 in the 1994, the reprint from MPI Home Video. At the end of that 94 copy, it has besides the TV Classics promo, it has the writing of the address for those Lost Honeymooners episodes tapes to get, and the FBI warning scream at the end. Now we got Volume 6 in the series. 1985 release. On this tape it has Move Uptown from April 24th, 1954, and a lucky number from September 26, 1953, and I have this copy too. On this tape, it has like one credits of the Lost Honeymooners episode sting ending. It doesn't have two. It also goes right into the TV Classics promo. But I have the 1989 reprint that had like two credits on there. Volume 7 is my second favorite Lost Honeymooners episode tape. On this volume, it has Little Man Who Wasn't There from February 2nd, 1955. And this one, with Ralph, when Ralph was crazy, the bus company has to take him to like a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist advised Ralph to lay off at Norton out of his life. And then moves on to Goodnight Sweet Prince from November 10th, 1956. In this one, when Ralph has trouble sleeping during the day, but he has to work driving a bus like at night. He hates doing that. On this copy, it has no TV Classics promo. Yep. Now I have here Volume 8 in the series in the 1985 release. On this volume has one of the last ones, like My Fair Landlord, from January 19, 1957, and then he rolls along to Income Tax from March 7, 1953. On this tape, I found out also included this episode. Included on this volume are the clips of Ralph's doing what made him famous. But unfortunately, I checked this out this week. It doesn't have anything with that. It has only 2 episodes and the TV Classics promo. No print date on it. Now I have here another copy of Volume 8, the same duplicate. My Fair Landlord is about when the Crandons were moving out of their flat at 358 Chauncey Street or 328 Chauncey Street. They moved to the broken down house in Flushing. So Ralph makes Norton to sign a 99-year lease. So in that episode with Ralph and Norton like to declare war on each other. So Norton has to break the lease. Yep. Volume 9 is my third favorite tape in the series. 1985 release has Ralph's Sweet Tooth from September 25th, 1954. In this one, when Ralph gets a chance to be on the Juicy Chew program, and he bites, memorizing the lines, and then he gets a toothache by eating all the candy. So Ralph was mere fear of going to the dentist. So Ralph was doing a TV program. All of a sudden, he bites into a candy bar, and then he gets a toothache. And you know, the ever classic Ralph Cramden pain routine, as funny as ever, just like he did in the 39 episode one with the Chef of the Future when he accidentally got his finger cut. Yeah, that was hilarious. Cold was in November 1st, 1952, one of the earlier ones, and Pickles from November 8th, 1952. At the end of this tape has the TV Classics promo. Back then, when I was a kid, I used to have this copy of the 9th volume. Has besides the TV Classics promo, has the writing down the address for the home video series, and then goes right into the FBI warning screen at the end. Not the 1989 reprint, but 1994 reprint. Now we have here is Volume 10. Volume 10 has Kubrick from February 5th, 1955. Manager of the baseball team, they say it's from June 1st, 1957. However, it's not from 1957 episode. It was from 1953. They thought wrong back in 1985. Besides, I have the 1953 one also on the Honeymooners Lost Episodes DVD box set. But I got it from my dear friend Nolan Carmel from Arizona on my 32nd birthday. And it has the TV Classic promo, has no print date on it. Here's my fourth favorite Honeymooners Lost episode volume that I do like. Volume 17. It is a mid-1986 release from MPI Home Video. On this volume, it has Principle of the Thing from April 30th, 1955. And this one with the Cranis apartment was falling apart. So Ralph Norton has a scheming idea, try to make the landlord to do things like fixing up the apartment by using their rent money. So his plan got backfired. And you know, the landlord in this episode was special guest star by Jack Benny. The same Jack Benny plays his violin, like doing the Loving Broom. Then he did some Jack Benny programs with Eddie Rochester Anderson, or their foil Mel Blanc. How much I like Jack Benny, like opposite to Bob Hope. Alice's Aunt Ethel from March 14, 1953. And there was like another Honeymooners episode, the one with Alice's Aunt Ethel comes over. Ralph really hates that. '86 release. This was printed around 1986. And it has the TV Classics promo at the end. I know it has the FBI warning screen at the beginning because I had to check that out. And did you know the Lost Honeymooners episodes on VHS tapes? The series ran from the years of 1985 through 1986 to 1989 through 1995, all from MPI Home Video. Then the DVDs from the early 2000s, from volumes 1 through 24. Then the complete box set of the Lost episodes out in 2011. The last one we have in the Lost Episodes collection is volume 22. On this volume has This Is Your Life from January 16, 1954. Ralph thinks Alice is going out with the other guy. And then we rolls along to the Halloween party from October 31st, 1953. Has the TV Classics promo, and this tape is not original. This is a reprint. Got to be from the 1990s. Starts with the MPI Home Video logo, goes through the whole entire episodes, then the TV Classics promo, and then writing down the address for the home video series of the Honeymooners, then goes right into the FBI warning screen at the end. Now we roll on to the 39 Honeymooners episodes. You know, these Honeymooners 39 episodes, they put them on every New Year's Day on WPIX, because I lived in New York for so many years. I watched all the time of the Honeymooners 39 episodes. I put that on every New Year's Day. Yep. This is the third volume in the series. And you know, back in 1988, the 39 episodes were first released from CBS Video Library, known as Columbia House, in 1988. Then it was out commercially from Fox Video in 1993, all in 20 volumes. Yep. On this volume, it has Better Living Through TV from November 12, 1955. The one with Ralph and Norton were making a TV commercial like the Chef of the Future. Then we roll on to Power Mine from November 19, 1955. The one with Ralph is having trouble getting the finger off, so he has to give it to Norton's boss, Jim McKeever. And then Brother Ralph is from November 26, 1955. In this one with Ralph, has to lay off from his job because of the layoff thing. So he has to do some housework for Alice when she went to work. This tape, I don't need this. I already have it in like all the 39 Honeymooners episodes tapes, all in 13 tapes. But in the Columbia House made it just like 19 volumes I used to have back in the when I used to get them back in the early 2000s. Now I like them all better in 13 volumes. Has 3 episodes on every cassette. Now we roll on to volume 4. Volume 4 has Hello Mom from December 3rd, 1955. The one with Ralph thinks Alice's mother was coming over. But at the end of the episode, while Ralph thought his mother was coming over, he found out Ralph's mother came over, his former mother. And also the best quote in this episode I like, "I'm not losing a daughter, I'm gaining a tongue." Then we move on to the deciding vote from December 10, 1955, the one with the voting for Norton and the McGillicuddy. And then something fishy from December 17, 1955, the one with Ralph and Norton has to sneak out at night, sneak it early in the morning so they can go fishing without their wives knowing, but their plan got backfired. When you're on that fishing trip tomorrow, I'm going to be there too. This tape has no print date on it. I'm sorry about the dust on this tape. Hasn't been cleaned up in years by somebody must have had this. And you know this tape has no print date on it. And finally, we roll on to Volume 9 in the series. Yep. Volume 9 has Pardon My Glove from March 17, 1956. Like Ralph thought Alice is going out with the other guy, so he found the gloves in his drawer. And then we roll on to Young Man with His Horn from March 24th, 1956. And finally, The Head of the House from March 31st, 1956. One of the quotes I like in this episode, on the day we were married, I said 2 things. 1, I do. 2, I'm the boss. Like Ralph thought he's the boss of the castle. Man, I know I like these Honeymooners 39 episodes. This is going to be printed on March 11, 1989. Thank God on these Honeymooners 39 tapes it had Macrovision, but the ones were out the ones that are out commercially, they're the ones had Macrovision on them. So I guess that wraps it up with the updates for November 8th. So I'll see you next time for more updates of my things I got on DVDs in VHS. Until then, stay safe and happy Thanksgiving coming.